You, Mr. Axel, was good.
Balance. Good morning, how are you?
Well, I've been having a couple problems that only you could solve, being that you're the man and all that around here.
You're not eligible, are you?
Mr. Woodson, he just be focused on stuff that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Homework, like being late, just some other junk, man. I was like wondering if you could talk to him like you did with the other teachers.
Tell them who you are.
Pretty much. Balanced, 30 points per game, Cooper. But for real though, Mr. Real John, you just a hater.
Okay. Give me a couple of days, I'll get back to you on that. Meanwhile, stay out of trouble. Can you do that for me?
Yeah, I got you.
And handle your responsibilities and bring me home a state championship so I can have some new stuff to brag about. Miss Burrell.
Yes.
Is Mr. Woodson in?
Yes, Mr. Axel, he is.
Please send him in.
Okay, no problem. Also, Timothy Williams' parents are here.
Okay. Send them in first, then Mr. Woodson.
No problem.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? Good morning. How are you? How can I help you guys?
Look, Mr. Axel, we know you're a busy man, so
Yes.
we're gonna get right on down to it, all right?
Thank you.
Ever since the grading system at Ferguson High School been changed, my son's Timmy's grades have been going down and down and down. Now, last year, he was on an honor roll. Now, all of a sudden, he getting D's and F's, and that's a problem for me.
Yes.
Now, we spoke to that Mr. Wilson, and he said he's not participating in class, he's not doing his homework, he's not handing in his projects, and I find that very hard to believe.
We didn't pick up report cards. We didn't come to the parent conference. Listen, we got 13 kids and we have jobs. I'm not going to school no 13 times. Y'all got the address on file. Mail it out.
Okay. Okay. I got you. Mr. and Mrs. Williams, you have valid points. I'm glad you brought these concerns up to me. Okay? Let me start by saying my number one priority is that the kids here at Ferguson High School get a top grade education. Nothing less. Sit down. Balance Cooper. I was star basketball player. I was star basketball player. Is failing your class. What's up?
So, where do I start? First of all, besides the fact that he hasn't handed in any of the assignments, he hasn't taken the opportunity given to him to do any of our extra credit.
Change his grade immediately. Are we clear?
Mr. Axel,
Mr. Woodson?
with all due respect,
And respect is due.
do you really think this way of dealing with our student athletes is going to help them in terms of getting in this college?
Hey man, you're in no position to question me. You understand that? You will be written up immediately for insubordination. Do you want to keep going with this?
This thing here
Yes.
is way bigger than a basketball championship.
Let me ask you about this thing. Is this thing bigger than you losing your job? Huh? Your tenure? Is it bigger than that, Woodson? I want to start with acknowledging our very own, the lovely Miss Tony L. Scott, this year's recipient of the Governor's Teacher of the Year Award. Let's give it up for Miss Tony L. Scott. Let's give it up for Miss Tony L. Scott. To say this hurt my heart when I heard it is an understatement. Student accountability. Now, it has been brought to my attention that there are students in this school who is not handing in any homework or classroom assignments, and they're not passing any exams. Yet we're passing them along as if they've gotten the grades that they've earned. We must hold these students accountable. The world will, people. And let me tell you something, we will not be bullied by these parents of these students to give these kids grades that they did not deserve. We must hold these kids accountable. No exceptions.
If you needed anything, you gotta come to me, okay? Don't go out to the street hustle. It's not worth it. Now go and enjoy it, okay?
Thanks, Mrs. Johnson. I know you want to let me down.
You're welcome.
Mrs. Ralston. Mrs. Ralston, please have a seat.
Mr. Axel?
Please, I said call me Benjamin.
Yeah.
I wanted to touch base with you. How do you feel about not winning that governor's award yesterday?
I don't know what you mean.
I mean, getting feedback from the faculty, they seem to think that you were a shoe-in.
Who am I to question your judgment? Principal Axel.
By the way, you took first place in the debate team. Quite an accomplishment. Outstanding.
Thank you.
You know, you're such an asset to us here at Ferguson. I mean, you take care of your business in every way. Except the right way, Mrs. Jordan. I mean, everyone knows you work hard. You know, but I need you to work smart. Because sometimes things get really hard around here, and I just like to know that you are on top of your game.
I don't think I quite know what you mean, Principal Axel.
Sure you do. You know these flowers, they're for you. My runner-up. Yeah.
Thank you. But no thank you.
No, I insist. I mean, you deserve something for your hard work.
I appreciate the offer, but I'm gonna have to gracefully decline. Principal Axel.
Really? I mean, I'm starting to think that you don't want to be rewarded for all the hard work that you put in.
It's not that, no.
I mean, this could be a thankless job. I would hate to think that any of my teachers are not being recognized.
No, it's not that I don't feel that way at all, actually.
I mean, help me out, because I'm trying to explore different ways to recognize my teachers, and I was hoping you and I were on the same page with that.
Principal Axel, I don't think that we're on the same page at all.
It's disappointing, Miss Charleston. Very disappointing. You know, our motto here at Ferguson High is teamwork makes the dream work. So, I'm starting to think that maybe you will be happier somewhere else.
Principal Axel, what I'm not happy with is being here in my classroom with the door closed and you hitting on me, and I'm married. I'm sorry, but if you continue with this type of behavior, I'm gonna have to go to the Affirmative Action Board and press charges against you.
Charges? Yeah, it's funny you mentioned charges. I meant to give this to you on your way in.
I'm sorry, tenure charges? You're bringing me up on tenure charges. Under what grounds? I have not been late 73 times. I've never been late with any of my 3 disciplines that I teach for my classes, and I've never been insubordinate to you. This makes no sense. You just got through telling me what a great job I was doing here.
Oh, no, I said no such things. You know, I'm getting tired of your accusations.
My accusation?
Yes, your accusation. Security room 201.
I'm sorry, you're calling security on me. I'm not doing anything. Security! There is no reason to call security. This situation is completely out of hand.
Security.
Head of
Let's just
security?
move out of the building.
You're gonna have to leave.
No! I'm sorry, I didn't do anything!
Call the
Get
police.
off me!
Are you all right, Mr. Axel? Do you need anything else?
You make preparations for Mrs. Drawston to report to the reassignment center on Frampton Lane, okay? She is not allowed back in this building till further notice. Are we clear?
Yes.
Make it happen.
Axel, what the heck is going on with you and Mrs. Drawson?
Hello to you too, Mrs. Harold. And I know you mean well, but issues involving teachers here are confidential. You should know that. So I'm not at liberty to discuss this matter.
Yeah? Well, let's see how much liberty you have when me and the other parents bring this up to the school board next Tuesday. Mrs. Drawson's one of the good ones, Axel, and we're not about to let her go without a fight.
You know, that's unfortunate, Miss Harold, because I have an opening in the front office for the clerk's position. And I pretty much had you pegged for that. We would be working very closely every day. But you have to do what you have to do, right?
An opening? Wait, so I'd be your personal assistant?
Mm-hmm.
Answer your phones, get you what you would need.
Yes.
I guess I could talk to the other parents and convince them to see where you're coming from. I mean, the decisions you make are to benefit the school, so
Yes.
don't worry about it, Mr. Axel. Just leave everything to me. I'll take care of it.
That's what I wanted to hear. Have a good day, Miss Harold.
Hey, Mr. Woodson, can you come in here for a second, please? Hey, I just want to check on Balance's academic progress. Make sure there aren't any issues, you know, that would deny his eligibility.
He got a principal that loves him, so any issues with his eligibility, he'll be all right. You're not worried about it. Steve, you have a good day, all right?
Mr. Woodson. I heard he went in on his ass too. He used to be the last person out the building.
It's not worth the stress.
Did you hear what happened to Matee?
I did. Oh, that's a shame.
I heard she slapped him in the face for trying to touch her ass, and then she punched him, and she drop kicked that crazy ass bastard.
No, no, no. That is not what happened. He made an advance towards her. She rejected it. He sent her to the rubber room. End of story.
I guess you're right. No matter how you look at it, he was gonna fuck her one way or another.
Including our meeting, Principal Axel is sincerely apologetic about what happened with Mrs. Dralston. But teachers just can't go around assaulting people. What kind of example is that setting for the students?
Mrs. Dralston didn't even assault him. How are we supposed to know that for sure?
I conducted a little investigation. I spoke with the security guard as well as nearby persons. And they all
I'm not buying it. I want Mrs. Dralston back in the school now.
Yes. As do I. And I'm going to start working very closely with Mr. Axel, and I'm going to be watching everything he does. You can believe that. But in the meantime, we're going to be conducting monthly reports on the school's activities, including this situation with Mrs. Dralston.
Okay, but wait a minute. What about the athletes? What about that situation? We didn't protest that.
And I did not forget about it. But there's no point in rioting against Mr. Axel. The board knows about what's going on right now. And I feel out of respect and courtesy, we should give him the opportunity to rectify the situation.
You know what, sis? It seems like you guys are all on the same team. You say the same thing all the time.
Exactly.
All the time.
Look, I'm on you guys' team. I want Mrs. Dralston back, and I want Mr. Axel corrected. And which is why I'm taking a position to work with him a lot more closely. But as per the permit, we need to be out of here in 2 minutes. So thank you all for coming and get home safely. I'm working on it.
I know you're working. You got that working part right.
Get home safely.
Yeah, right.
Nice work, Mrs. Harold. I'm sure Axel would have been very, very proud. Keep it up.
Yeah, next stop, your job. Dean of Recreation.
Pick this paper up now. Oh, put your hands deep.
Paper's getting picked up either way. I mean, are you serious?
That's a heart attack. If that's so bad, let me tell you something. Don't you ever question me again. Are we clear? If I say toot that, then you toot it. Check your mailbox at the end of the day. Your insubordination will be documented. Have a good day.
I asked Principal Axel to help me out with a few teachers here and there, but yo, I swear I never thought he'd come after you.
You're gonna have lots of things that happen to you your whole life that you're not gonna understand, okay? But you'll get through it, all right? You are a strong young man with a lot of potential, okay? You've only got 1 more year before you graduate, and then you begin your whole life. You'll get through this, I know it.
Like, how much more do I have to go through? Why can't I just have the average problems of like a regular teenager?
What's really going on here? I get the feeling like there's something that you're just not telling me.
I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be alright. I'm gonna be alright, Ms. Johnson.
Okay.
I got early morning detention, so I'm gonna just hit the showers now. Good luck, man. I'm gonna miss you, Ms. Johnson.
All right, Balance, I'm gonna miss you too. And Balance. Try to stay positive, okay?
Balance Cooper, please take a seat. After running a series of exams, the results came back and you are HIV positive. Now it is going to be okay. HIV positive. There are tons of medicines that we HIV positive.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late.
Hey, actually, you're right on time, man. Very special day for this young lady. Miss Scott is the new assistant superintendent.
Oh, really? Well, congratulations, it's definitely in order. And I'll drink to that.
Thanks, Steve. Hey, why don't we go back to my spot and party like we party? Because this place is not cool.
Right, bad idea. Check.
Finish my drink. I gotta run to the laser. I'll be right back.
This is on me, I insist. I'll be right back. All right?
Okay, sure.